Hi Ajax, it's budget season, and we're here to tackle those burning questions you may have about the town's budget. Like, how does the town of Ajax spend their portion of the tax bill? What are user fees? What are some of the pressures facing the town's budget? Let's get into it.
How does the town of Ajax spend their portion of the tax bill? Although the town issues property tax bills, only 33% of the funds collected are allocated to the town, and this is used to pay for items included in the town's operating budget. The operating budget is split between our various departments to cover the costs of the programs and services the town provides. Many of these services offered to residents are equally available to all and paid for through our property taxes. These are things like fire protection, winter control including snow plowing, as well as public park maintenance. This allocation of funding differs each year, and the specific percentages for each department will be identified through the 2024 operating budget. Another revenue source to help fund the operating budget are user fees or charges. But what is a user fee or charge? User fees are the rates charged for the delivery of a product or service to residents that are optional and offered on a fee-for-service basis. These are things like meeting room rentals, permit purchases, and enrollment in a day camp program. Do user fees cover the full cost of the program or service? Although fees are reviewed annually and compared to similar municipalities, fees do not always cover the cost of these services. Staff look to balance the recovering of costs and ensuring that programs and services are offered to the public in an affordable and responsible manner. Why are municipal tax increases often different than the rate of inflation? In conversation, inflation usually means Statistics Canada's Consumer Price Index. This index doesn't typically reflect the cost of all municipalities face. Municipalities often have a different basket of goods compared to a regular consumer. For example, municipalities have higher utility costs due to running large facilities with amenities such as pools or ice rinks, as well as utility costs for street lights and traffic signals. They would have a higher portion of building materials, asphalt, concrete, and the like, as well as more comprehensive insurance requirements. As a result of this, the town calculates its own municipal price index, which includes a more reflective basket of goods that the town would utilize to deliver its services. These costs are related to service delivery, maintenance of municipal infrastructure, public safety, and regulatory and legislative requirements. Another question we are regularly asked is, why do my property taxes sometimes increase more than the town's total increase? The town only controls 33% of the tax bill. Changes to the region of Durham or school board taxes also impact the total tax bill. If the region and/or provincial increases are higher than the town's, then your total increase would be higher than the town's increase. Also, changes to a property through a reassessment-related increase could also impact the taxes you pay. What are some of the pressures impacting the town's budget? The town continues to face many challenges each year, especially when preparing the budget. Continued growth, requirements for new infrastructure, as well as the maintaining of our existing infrastructure often require staff to prioritize projects as funding is not always available to take on everything. The town, like all consumers, are facing increasing costs to run and maintain our facilities and services. This has been magnified especially since the pandemic, with supply and staffing shortages. And more recently, there have been a significant number of legislative changes impacting how the town continues to do business. For example, the passing of Bill 23 is impacting the amount of revenues the town can collect from development to pay for new infrastructure required to support this new growth. The shortfall that the town would have received from development will now have to be made up from the tax base. For more answers to our frequently asked questions, visit ajax.ca/budget.